Hi, my name is Erica Lucas, and I share videos about decluttering, cleaning, and organizing. In this video today, I am tackling an everyday cleaning routine in my kitchen, and it always starts for me with my 9-year-old doing his chore, which is emptying the dishwasher. I help him put away things that he can't reach, and then he puts away anything that he can reach. And here he just dropped a bunch of plates because he took them awkwardly out of the dishwasher, and that's okay because they're the Corelle virtually indestructible. We have dropped them so many times. I have 3 kids, and they have all had the same family chore for a long time. I mean, maybe a year and a half every day. Well, mostly every day. My 9-year-old is to empty the dishwasher, which he has help from me or my husband. My 11-year-old's chore is to tidy and vacuum the entryway and the hallway downstairs. Just high traffic area for us. And then my 12-and-a-half-year-old's job is to tidy and vacuum the family room, where we do a lot of hanging out as well. So 3 areas that help the entire family. They are responsible for one family chore every single day. Essentially, I give them $1 for every time they do it, and they have to earn $10 before I pay out. And they have to save half and get half. So every $10 that they earn, they get to keep 5 and put 5 away. And they have opportunities to earn money as chores all throughout the house. There's plenty to do all the time. So if somebody wants some spending money, they just got to do some chores in the house to help out. And I track all of that in our Skylight calendar. This is not sponsored. I'm just talking about it. Our Skylight calendar tracks their chores and the reward system for it. And each star represents $1. So then Skylight will tell me when they've reached their 10, and then they can choose to keep going, to save all of it, to use some of it for games or going out with friends or whatever. So we're just teaching them to save. We're teaching them to earn. And mostly they use it on digital games, or if they're out with friends, they'll have some spending money on them. It is an expectation, but not necessarily a requirement. So if somebody is sick, somebody else can do their chore for them, or I do it. If they just don't want to do it that day, fine, but it still needs to be done, so I do it. They just don't get paid for it. And eventually that catches up with them because they will be out with friends and say, hey, can I have $10 to buy this? Do you have $10? Do you have $10 to pay me back if I give you $10 now? And then it sort of recalibrates them back to the value of earning an allowance and saving that money for themselves. So I let those natural consequences act as a boundary for them to do their chores. And I sometimes have to remind them, but usually the Skylight calendar will be front and center, and they will look at it and know that they got to do their chores, and they like clicking on it on the screen and watching their rewards build up. So it's sort of inherently motivating to use that digital system, and then they have money. And when my 9-year-old, who really consistently does his job, which is great for me, does his job, I can then do all of the kitchen chores that I like to do in the mornings after breakfast, which is loading the dishwasher, cleaning off the counters, getting the appliances wiped down if they need it, doing the floors, either vacuuming or vacuuming and doing a spot mop. I don't deep clean the floors every week. I just don't have the bandwidth for something like that. I use a double bucket mop system that has 8 different mop heads. Otherwise, I rely on my spot mop to get all the traffic parts during the week. And I am going to do that in a later section of this video, and I will show you that as well. But for now, we got to get the clean dishes up and put away, and then load the dishwasher so that at least the dirty dishes are now where they belong in the dishwasher. And that enables me to be able to do the counters and then wipe down the cabinets and then work on the floors. I definitely have some habit stacking going on as part of my morning kitchen routine. Once the dishwasher is unloaded, I automatically load it up with anything that was left on the counter that were a couple dirty dishes, either from last night's run or from this morning. And then that also cues me up. After I've done that, I pull out the kids' vitamins for the day from the basket that's right there on the counter and just set it up for them for the day to take their vitamins. This is one of our systems. These are the kids' individual vitamins. I take them out
after I've emptied the dishwasher in the morning, I put them out of the basket. And then as they take their vitamin, they put it back in the basket. That's how I know they took it, we're good. So at some point during the day, it gets to be like that. It's a reminder for them. It's a reminder for me physically when it's out here like that. This is one of the systems that I had mentioned in a prior video recently. If you want to see more systems that help keep us organized, especially with neurodiverse children or children at all, let me know in the comments and I will collect some of the systems and share them in a video.
I have flirted with all different kinds of cleaners over the years of YouTubing here, and I have been stuck on the Attitude brand of non-toxic cleaners now for a long time, a couple years. And I have the kitchen cleaner, which I'm using here, an all-purpose cleaner, which I use anywhere else, bathrooms and whatnot. And then I have a window and mirror cleaner. And all three of those are Attitude brand spray bottle cleaners. You can also buy the larger box of the refills, and it's a better economic choice, a cost advantage to buying it that way and then just refilling the spray bottle rather than just buying the one spray bottle over and over. So there's options with it. I get mine from Amazon. I have not found it any less expensive anywhere else, so I've just bought it from Amazon over the years. And I like how it smells. I like that it doesn't pull up any of the wood that I use it on. So it's been a reliable cleaner for me for several years. I have tried making my own. I have tried other various non-toxic cleaners. This is the one that I consistently came back to. So I was just sharing what I'm using here today in the kitchen. The all-purpose cleaner or the kitchen cleaner, really whatever I have on hand is what I grab for this. This utensil crock is actually a plant holder that I got from Lowe's. It's a ceramic plant holder, and I keep our wooden and stainless steel tools in this one because they are the ones most often used in our cooking. And then I have some plastic and some silicone tools as well that are in the drawer right below where I was just cleaning to the left of the stove. I keep them in that drawer because they just kind of clog up the system with wood and stainless steel. The silicone and the plastic sort of make it difficult to pull things in and out. But if I just stick to the wood and stainless steel in that crock, things go in and out really easily. Part of my everyday kitchen cleaning, I usually get to do it in the mornings and then again before bed, is to just wipe down all of the surfaces that I can. Sometimes the counters are really junked up with stuff that people have just put there, people being my family, I have put there that we just haven't put away, and it makes it difficult to wipe down the surfaces. This happens to be one of the days that is not like that. Sometimes we haven't emptied the dishwasher and all the dirty dishes are just backlogged onto the other counter, and then there's no space, and it's sometimes more than a dishwasher load that is left up there on the counter as dirty dishes. Some days we're not here, and some days some of us are not here, and it just days are busier and it gets just clogged up. So this was an easy day for me to actually add on some cleaning because I didn't have to tidy any of our counters this time. I could actually just get to cleaning, which freed me up with some extra time to be able to do the fronts of the appliances, and then also vacuum and mop the floors. On the days that I also have to put a bunch of stuff away, I will often skip wiping down the front of the appliances. I will skip spot mopping, and I will just run the vacuum. I try to keep my kitchen daily cleaning like this, everyday cleaning, to about 30 minutes. I try to keep it under 30 minutes. One, because that's the time that's afforded to me before we've got to move on to the next thing, either school or we're leaving the house or something like that. Another reason is I don't really want to clean more than 30 minutes. It drains my energy too much for the things I need energy for the rest of the day. And so I have found the sweet spot is about 25 minutes for me, where I feel like I've made a difference. The house is cleaner than it was before I started, and I'm not exhausted from doing it. These green Post-its that are on the side of my fridge, I'm wiping down the counter where the coffee pot is, and that's our refrigerator on the side. The green Post-its that are sticking out are love notes that my husband leaves on my coffee every morning because I've been sleeping in rather than getting up, and he's been leaving me little love notes on my coffee, and I've been taping them onto the side of the fridge. And it's just it's a lovely way to start my day, and it has it has boosted me these last couple of months to look through these notes and just like get my little morning note for the day. And when I get up before him and I don't have a little note, I notice how I feel different. Like, oh, I need my little love note to start the day. As a YouTuber now for 7 years, I think I have filmed this kitchen counter like 50 times in various forms when clutter has been magnetic and there's layers of stuff on this counter, when it's been perfectly clear, when it just has fruits and veggies sitting in bowls like it does today. This island counter is definitely central to our kitchen, and it can get cluttered up really quickly, especially on busy days for us. And this was one of those days where it was already tidied up and things were put away. So it was pretty nice and relaxing to actually clean the kitchen in this form, to start cleaning the kitchen without having to put a bunch of stuff away too. When I cleaned the kitchen today, the windows were open, the back sliding door was open. It was 78 degrees here in Maryland, and it was lovely to air out the house and to clean the kitchen with this fresh air flowing through the house. It was a really great section of my morning where I got to just relax and slow roll my way through cleaning, finding little like spots on the fronts of cabinets that probably have been there for 2 weeks, and I was able to tackle them. The kitchen is one of those rooms in the house where I try to do this as often as I can, this 30-minute cleaning reset of the kitchen. I also do it in the family room when I can, on a regular basis, like a weekly basis, and then our laundry room. And I used to follow a cleaning routine, and I wrote it out for myself and made like zone cleaning and loop schedules, and I wrote down all the tasks for myself so I didn't have to think about the tasks that needed to be cleaned. And eventually that just dropped away, and my routine is on autopilot at this point. Even though it's on autopilot, I do different things each time. So sometimes I am able to spend more time on the fronts of the cabinets and the front of the stove, the front of the refrigerator. Some days I'm able to clean out the inside of the refrigerator as well. Sometimes I just vacuum out the appliance cabinet or the spice drawer. I do a little bit different things. Even though I'm on autopilot, I know all the things that need to be cleaned, like just generally just surface cleaning everything. For those of you that are body doubling at the same time and also cleaning your house alongside me right now, do you follow like a checklist or a weekly routine that says like Wednesdays is bathroom day, Thursdays is kitchen day, where you do a little bit deeper clean on each one of those days? Drop me a comment below what your routine or your process or your checklists are like. For me, I just have to connect to the parts of the house that day that need the most of my cleaning attention. I love the idea of saying Wednesdays is bathroom, Thursdays is kitchen. But for me, some days the kitchen is so bad I must deal with it that day. Some days I just don't feel like it. And also, Monday Erica doesn't really like to tell Thursday Erica what to do. That's the rebel inside of me. If you've ever read Gretchen Rubin's The Four Tendencies, I am a rebel through and through. And so even if I tell myself to do something, I tend to rebel against that. And so I just try to flow with my own energy, what needs to be done and what I want to do. And today was just, I wanted to be able to give the kitchen a really good restart for this day. And this area of my kitchen where the sink is and the dishwasher, this triangular intersection in the corner of the kitchen, it gets the dirtiest. So I often have to run the vacuum, shake out that mat, and give it a little spot mop. I have to do this more than once a week because this section right here, this is where food prep happens. This is where the dishes are getting cleaned. So the cabinets in the dishwasher end up getting like food spots on them. So this is an area when I come to and I'm trying to clean something, if I feel crumbs under my feet or some kind of sticky chocolate milk or something like that, I have to I have to clean that up in order to feel like I'm actually making progress in my cleaning in the kitchen. So this, what I'm doing right here with the vacuuming and the spot mopping, is something I have to do more than once a week. I added this rug by the back door and it was a $40 rug. I got every dollar's worth out of this thing. It catches the dirt and nature that makes its way back into my house from the dogs and the kids going in and out of this door all the time. And right now, this is not a high traffic area compared to the summer. The kids are in and out all day from the backyard, and the dogs are in and out all day in the summertime. And so that mat collects everything and vacuums right up every day for me. And it used to spread out through like under the kitchen table and deeper into the kitchen. And now that mat gathers everything. And now that I'm saying that to you, I'm actually going to buy a second one for my front door to serve the same function, to capture all of that dirt that comes in from outside right there on the mat. The front door is also high traffic for us. And so then they take off their shoes right there and then they put them in the shoe cabinet. So it's great for trapping the dirt into the rug. And my vacuum has been wonderful at getting it all up and resetting that rug. So I am actually going to buy a second one when I'm finished making this video. I love using the spot mop during the week in between the deep clean moppings that I do with my one that has the detachable mop heads. This spot mop I've had a really long time. And it kind of flips on me now, but I've been using it a good 5 years. So maybe there's a little mechanism in the thing that broke, but it works on the edges, on the floor near the baseboards. You still have to get down and clean the baseboards, of course, but it at least like gets up the sticky stuff or the dirt from the edges of things. And then I have, I don't know, 5, 6 of these removable cloth pads that go on it, and then I just collect them in my laundry room, and when I have them all, I just give everything a wash and put them back into the cabinet off the kitchen. I keep all my mop supplies in that cabinet. I am finished with the kitchen for the day. Thank you for being here with me. This is what it looked like when I was all done and gave it a good enough clean for the day. It was better than when I started out, and that was my goal. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next video.